Hey, what is going on, you deceptive decidui? Today we are taking a look at the Clefairy box deck, specifically the one that Emma Hagen just got top 8 with over at the Turin Special Championships. I think a lot of credit for the list though goes over to All Out Blitzel, of course. Go check him out over here on YouTube. He originally played this build of Big Basics, Clefairy box, slot box, whatever you want to call it, at the Indianapolis Regional Championships, and Emma was inspired to play it at the Turin Special Championships. So at its core, it's mostly a Kangaskhan Clefairy deck. Got 4 Kangaskhan, 4 Clefairy. You also have 4 Meowth while we're speaking of 4-ofs. And you open up with the Kangaskhan, ideally, start drawing cards, and then you either initially attack with Kangaskhan or Clefairy, usually Kangaskhan, to be honest. Sometimes the Wellspring Mask Ogerpon, depending on how weak our opponent's initial setup is, taking advantage of a turn 2 Wellspring can be pretty attractive, or a turn 2 Cruel Arrow, specifically up in the Dragapult matchup. If we go first, which you do want to choose first with this deck, playing for a turn 2 Cruel Arrow is actually a pretty powerful play up against Dragapult currently. So Clefairy, obviously, it's in here. It's a very with 4 of them, it's a very anti-Dragapult deck. And then you just have a couple other cards to try and fill in the gaps so you don't lose to everything else. The Moltres gives us a chance against other Big Basics decks, and also the Hydrapple Ogerpon deck. The Koraidon is really, really cool to KO opposing Kangaskhan's, as well as the Megaloponis. And then the Waterpon, really good against one-prize decks, really good against setup decks. Of course, if any of them play Shaman, we're not going to be able to utilize it. We have to completely fall back on just being a Kangaskhan Clefairy deck, but we can get a little bit more mileage out of our Clefairies than a lot of Big Basic decks because we play the Lily's Pearl. So even up against some of those one-prize decks or multi-prize decks where we don't have like a type advantage to take advantage of with the Moltres Clefairy or Koraidon, turning Clefairy into a 190 HP single prize Pokemon can be enough to kind of put it over the edge. And then when you combo that with a Chien-Pao Area 0 combo to get rid of some of your damaged Pokemon that your opponent has dealt damage to throughout the game, that can be enough to like win you matchups. 4 Meowth, like I mentioned, 3 Latias as well. A big part of this deck, in terms of how consistent it is or keeping it consistent, is playing high counts of the Pokemon we want as often, or we want really, really often. We always want Kangaskhan, we always want Clefairy, we always want Meowth, we always want Latias. Fez comes into play eventually, but we don't need it aggressively. Same thing with the Wellspring Mask Ogerpon. We want it a lot, but not always. And then the Koraidon and the Moltres, of course, a little bit more situational. Same thing with the Chien-Pao, a little bit more situational. I guess Chien-Pao's not that situational. We use it in a lot of situations, in a lot of matchups, but we don't need it until we've developed a pretty big board. So with that in mind, there's 4 Dusk Ball in here alongside the 4 Ultra Ball to be our Pokemon search cards. When you play Dusk Ball and you got 4 Clefairy and 4 Meowth in the deck, you're pretty confident you're going to be hitting at least one of those off the bottom 7 cards of your deck. For anyone who's unfamiliar with this card, it's literally Great Ball from the previous format that is now rotated. Look at the bottom 7 cards of your deck, though, instead of the top 7 cards of your deck. Look at the bottom 7 instead of the top 7. Take a Pokemon you find there, add it to your hand. So that's another reason for the high counts of Pokemon. We want our Dusk Balls to be hitting. 3 Boss, 3 Crispin, 2 Cypher Maniacs, Code Breaking, and then the 1 Cyrano. Sometimes our setup's a little bit slow. We don't find a lot of Dusk Balls. So turn 1 Cat for Cyrano, especially if we're comboing that with a turn 2 attack from Clefairy after going first, can be our route. Or the first turn going second. This deck actually doesn't attack aggressively turn 1 going second that often. You can pull it off. You could find Clefairy plus Crispin, and depending on what their active is, you might want to swing like that. But usually Kangaskhan's in our active, so getting Kangaskhan to our bench and attacking with Clefairy through a Crispin or a Wondrous Patch doesn't happen that often, I'm not going to lie. So definitely go first with the deck. Turn 1 going second, you're probably not going to be attacking, but you can look to set up your Kangaskhan or Clefairy for the next turn. Or if we are attacking on the first turn going second, sometimes sobbing our opponent's active is the move, depending on what that Pokemon is. But once you know, really, really cool for helping us set up. I know we play a lot of some of our Pokemon that we really, really want early, and we have the Dusk Balls and the Ultra Balls, but the Cyrano is still a really nice bailout for those slow setups going second. 3 Wondrous Patch, because we want to be able to chain our Clefairies and also just get like a lot of extra psychic energy in play to deal with Crushing Hammers. And it's a faster way to respond to Crushing Hammers as well as being Unfair Stamped. Having more aggressive outs to recover from the hand disruption in the current format is a big deal. And the A-Spec is the Prime Catcher, and I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about the Prime Catcher when I looked at the list and started playing with it, but we are playing like a fairly aggressive deck. We're trying to aggressively win the prize trade, and the Prime Catcher does kind of just fit into that idea very, very well. 4 Area 0, because we want to be able to go wide, and finding this card can be tough. We don't play a lot of draw support, so we play a heavy count so we can find it aggressively. And then for the energy split, 4 psychic, 2 fighting, 2 fire, 2 water, and 1 telepathic energy. The telepathic is kind of cool because we can Cypher Maniac for it and then go wide off the Clefairy to be able to hit bigger numbers. This list is 1 card different from what Emma played at the Special Championships in Turin. It was +1 Prism Tower, -1 water. But I ended up cutting the Prism Tower and adding the water energy in instead. Second water for the Wellspring. Because the Wellspring is like a pretty impactful card to have access to throughout games. So losing access to this card can be pretty detrimental. Or not having access to it because we prized our water or can't find a water. Whatever it might be. I also found myself like running out of energy in the deck pretty aggressively. So simply having like an extra water, actually extra energy in the deck to combo with our Crispins has felt really, really nice so far. Another card missing from this deck is any kind of hand disruption. There's no Judge. A special red card is in the format, but with a deck like this where we see so few cards, it is hard to find. We do have Cypher Maniac though, so we could Cypher Maniac for the special red card. So that'd be like something I think is worth trying out in this deck, would be adding a special red card. We could have some really powerful turns based on our powerful items, like special red card, like Prime Catcher, and we can follow that up with a Crispin or a Cypher Maniac, something like that to pull the combo together or pull off a really big play. So I could definitely see the value of having something like a special red card in the deck still, for sure. So that'd be like the next thing I would try out in the deck, would be adding 1 special red card, seeing how it plays out, seeing how it feels, and then kind of adjusting from there. But that's it. That is the Clefairy deck that Emma played over to Turin. Let's jump into some action, and I'll show y'all how it runs. Azul, I am dumb and want to ask a festival question. Is it a go first deck, right? If I'm looking at Dragapult, I'm choosing second, probably. Chicken? Not the chicken, man. I'm gonna get Badooed, so I want to get these out of the way. This freaking chicken. Ooh, bro, don't tempt me. I don't have the Latias, though. I don't have the Latias. Emma said she would cut Prism Tower for second water, by the way. Okay, I'm down. That makes sense to me. You know I want to do it to him. But it is less good in this matchup because they actually play Rare Candy. It is way less good in this matchup because they actually play Rare Candy. And I don't have the Latias yet. Latias isn't even that strong now, though, if we assume we're attacking with Kangaskhan next turn. I have 3 Latias in the deck. You know what? We're going to get there. I'm just going to go, you know what? I believe. Can I Prism Tower this turn? I could ship a cat and the Clefairy. Why is there blinged Clefairies in my deck? What the heck? There's no E-Switch in this deck, but there's Wondrous Patch. Okay. It's way less good in this matchup because they play candies, but it's still pretty good, so I'm just going to go for it. Can I send you my Salazzle deck so you can test it? No. You can put it in the channel in the Discord, and if I think a deck is interesting enough, I'll play with it. But if I don't think it's interesting, I'm just not going to touch it. Does this win against Polt, Nor, Zoroark, and Cynthia's? Cynthia's, no. This deck gets bodied by Cynthia's Garchomp, but that's not a deck to worry about. Zoroark, you also... This deck actually just gets bodied by Zoroark as well. Yeah, you should get farmed by Zoroark. You should get destroyed by Zoroark. Get lucky with your water. Get lucky with your water ponds or your Kangaskhan's, I guess. Dealing with these chickens is going to be obnoxious.
Chickens.
I'd even get into Fez now. Top deck? Yeah, exactly. Oh, you know what it is! Let's go! Yeah. Yes. I actually think I KO the chicken here, though. So I go like this. Draw 2. Kill that of a misplay. I don't misplay, okay? Just because you don't understand the process. Just because you have no faith. Yeah, I think it is Cruel Arrow, this McChicken here. Bonk. Bonk the bird. Which obviously means I could have just Kangaskhan'd, right? I literally could have just Kangaskhan'd there. But next turn. The Cruel Arrow for the next turn, though. That's where we Power Spike. The max rarity Clefairy should not be in here. Honestly, the Prism Tower has been kind of sick as well, though. I might keep this card around. No, that's probably too much of a gimmick. Why is everyone side with Cruel Arrow all of a sudden? Because it's a good play. You don't understand? I don't misplay. I limit test. True, you're right. My bad. What? 3 chickens? The 3-piece? Dude, nobody's doing it like that. What the fuck? Yeah, I'll KO the lone Jackalope. I'm getting 3-piece McChickened out here? Need crispy and Meowth probably. Top deck Crispin. If I go into the Kangaskhan next turn, I can draw into both. And if I don't, then I just wait for the top deck before I play the Crispin. I just leave the Meowth on the top deck for the next turn. It kind of depends. Lorelai brought the cat for chat. She also said he's been on a diet. He's on a diet right now because he needed to lose a little weight, and he's been very opposed to his diet. So like he'll eat most of his food, but then he'll come looking for someone to give him more food while there's still food in his bowl. Yeah, and then and he goes up to different. He looks for someone else in the house to go to find food from. Currently we are winning, yes. We are winning this game. Eat him, he's starving? Nah, he'd be aight. Don't worry about him. Actually, no, I should Crispin first. Oh, I got Fez to work with too. I forgot about Fez. Holy smokes, we're cooking. I forgot they took a knockout. I should actually set up the fighting guy. I'm out of fighting energy. I should set up the fighting guy to KO their Fez, right? Dude, the energy is so tedious in this deck, dude. What the heck? But the Prism Tower has been so good. Like, I don't want to cut the Prism Tower. But I also did just, like, randomly find it turn 1 and then have, like, enough dead cards in the hand to work with. So, I'll cut the Prism Tower for a second water, for sure. It has been insanely good this game, but I'm down to cut it for a second water, definitely. This game is, like, a unique Prism Tower experience, I feel like. Yeah, I definitely should just set up the Koraidon to be able to KO their Fez at some point. Do they win with boss? I don't think so, no. I don't know how they would. I mean, one, their Blaziken attacked last turn, so it's literally stuck. So if they'd have to have Candy Blaziken and boss to then just punch this for 200 or KO Clefairy for a single prize card. Now, my opponent is cooked. My opponent is cooked. They stay cooked. Okay, this Bidoof damage is a little bit obnoxious. I don't actually know how I want to handle this. I mean, I can't say I, like, love... No, I should just be able to snipe the Dracolich and be in, like, the same spot, right? Okay, the thing is, though, they could be playing... How do I want to play this, actually? It is kind of awkward still, right? I could cat boss the Torchic, snipe the Dreepy, or bring up the Dreepy, snipe the Torchic. No, I'd want to KO the Dracolich, right? I'm addicted to the Cruel Arrow line, so I'm just gonna go for it. Set up for the Sob play. Well, the thing is, I prize my water energy, so I kind of like need the water here. I'm just feeling too cruel. We can build up to us. Okay, now we have like the Sob option. Sob pump. But I'm missing like a good Sob target, to be honest, because I don't have enough energy in the deck to actually play through it. Surely they don't have 1 energy. I mean, they've been dead drawing the last couple turns, so, and they have 0 draw power on board, so them whiffing energy here wouldn't even be like that big of a shock. Okay, they have the energy. Did they get lucky? Probably. But they also have it. I can just Kangaskhan punch the active and be fine, right? Sabadu then Crispin should be enough. That is not a play I can make. Okay, they could just have Blaziken boss and just win next turn. And just KO my cat. But I could have not benched the cat. Well, no, because I needed the boss. Well, I wanted the boss. Okay, so they have 3 cards. They have the card in hand. The good Prism Tower. Oh, I can Sob the active. What does that really do for me? Sobbing the active plus Crispin would have been really good here. Maybe I should have replaced the Prism Tower last turn with my own Area 0. Is it actually like... Yeah, I literally just lose the Blaziken boss and they have an 8-card hand. Oh, true. I can bump my cat off the bench. I could bump the cat. So I could go... Looks like an Area 0 plus... True. Okay. So that's the line, right? Bump. Sob active now? But I'm not... If I Sob active, I'm not building up towards a win condition, right? Oh, I could Sob the active, attach. Oh, you're right. I can Sob. Yeah. Okay. I can Sob this, then Sob this. Okay. So the Sob line works. Let me draw some cards. Sob active, then Sob Badu, attach. Knockout win. If they play some bullshit, I guess they got me. Otherwise, we got him. This is the most goated Prism Tower of all time. Yeah, the Prism Tower has been insane. We've just sat here and used it every single turn. This line does lose to Switch. Yeah, but this deck doesn't play Switch. We don't play around cards our opponent doesn't play. This line also loses to AC's Tranquility. This line also loses to Prime Catcher. This line also loses to Kieran. This line also loses to Escape Rope if my opponent's just straight up cheating and playing expanded cards. This loses to Scoop Up Cyclone. This line also loses to Warp Point if they really want to cheat. We could hit them with a Bird Keeper even. They could have Surfer. Maybe they have Gladion to get their switch out of the prize cards to then use the switch to move the active Blaziken. Or they could Gladion for the Warp Point that they actually prize, get that out of the prize cards. The Warp Point would then get them out of the retreat lock here. They could have Turo. They could Penny the Badu after I Sob it next turn. Scramble Switch Iron Leaves. Let's go with a... Keldeo Russian with Floatstone. Guzma. They have a lot of outs, to be honest. They do have a lot of outs. Heatran's another one. New Cobalion. No, the new Cobalion is not the same as Iron Leaves. It has to go from the bench to the active, then it gets the energy. Thorin into Zorua, Zorak stand-in Floatstone. True. Petch Fez. A more legit play they could have. Heroes Cape the Monkey Dory. Honestly, that one would be like the least shocking, I feel like, out of all the plays. Okay, they could be playing an Enhanced Hammer. No memes. Wait, but what if I want to be able to... What if they judge me and I want to be able to Crispin for the energy? Okay, you know what? If they're playing Enhanced Hammer, they got me. But if they do judge me, I want to be able to go Cat for Crispin for energy to win. So I'm going to go like this. And if they have an E-Ham, they got me. No, if they have an E-Ham, then I have to go for like flips on a thing, I think. I don't know. Pokemon Ranger. Can't forget the Pokemon Ranger. I did not have energy left in the deck, no. But do they have the AZ's Tranquility? Just one time. We did see AZ's Tranquility in Pulp Blaziken at the Champions League. At Champions League, we did see it. So, who knows? Appreciate the 2 months there. 1. Also appreciate the 5 months there. I have no idea to pronounce your names, but I appreciate it. Appreciate the Prime sub as well there. Birkins, welcome to the Rat Pack. They gave me another target there. Broken. I don't know, that Prism Tower kind of cooked, but there's just no way we draw it that early and get that much value out of it ever. So it did kind of cook though. It did kind of cook. I am going to cut the Prism Tower though for a second water. Before I get renewed. I mean, I'm probably not getting judged here, but I could be getting judged here. I mean, I'm probably just rapid fire comboing next turn to start the trade, right? I could have gone for the attach to the Fez. I'm not going to get aggressive like that in this one, though. Just pass, probably. Sure. I was debating which energy to attach here, but I guess it should always be the Psychic, because if it gets Crushing Hammered, then I could Wondrous Patch if they don't Badoo me this turn. I wasn't sure which one I want to attach, but because of Wondrous Patch, it should basically always be Psychic first.
Dusknoir.
And Crushing Hammers, and Badoo, and Dragapult, and Dracloak, and Itchy Pollen, and Dragon Headbutt, and Phantom Dive, and Lily, and Crispin.
Yo, bench second, but
Do one time. I want to do something weird. Might not do it.
Howard. Just want to see something.
I kind of want to go bench, bench, bench. Is that fine? What else would I... Oh, I want to bench a cat, maybe, to be able to do something else next turn with a cat. It feels like I should get second Clefairy established for sure. And then maybe the Water Pawn, because starting to develop the Water Pawn wouldn't be bad. Well, no, maybe that wasn't... It's not great. Maybe the Fez, because if I attach a Clefairy... I need to get Latias involved as well. So it's got to be like Latias. So I guess maybe I just like leave it like this. Yeah, leaving it like this is fine, maybe. Because I don't want to get like Unfair Stamp Watchtower next turn. Oh, kill him! I don't want to get Unfair Stamp Watchtower next turn and then... not be able to find like another Clefairy. Dude, I wish Kangaskhan had Trample. That'd be so sick. Kangaskhan having Trample would be so cool. Tramples in Magic, where if you damage their life points with extra damage. So Trample on Kangaskhan would allow me to do a 370 damage to one of my opponent's bench Pokemon, basically. That would be the equivalent in Pokemon. I just kill their Meowth. In Magic, it hits the life points, not another creature. So you can kill a creature and then the overkill goes to their life points. Okay, what is the right thing to KO here? I actually just have no clue what the right thing to KO here. I'm gonna boss something, right? I'm gonna boss the cat or this or this. The Fez? I can't guarantee kill the Fez. Actually, I could guarantee kill the Fez, but it'll come to Clefairy. The Clop, surely. Drawing more prize cards is like the same thing as killing the Clops. I think I just kill the cat, to be honest. I think I just kill the cat because Crispin and Fair Stamp is still such a high possibility for them. I get to develop +1 energy on the board, which is nice. I think I should just get Latias involved here, right? So it should be like Latias. Give me a cat. Bonk a cat. Badoo haste. Yeah, dude, Badoo with haste would be so sick, bro. There's so much there's so many ways they could advance the Pokemon TCG if they just copied Magic. We give Badoo haste, we give Kangaskhan trample. Let's get it's pretty cringe to hit heads there, I'm not gonna lie. If they pop, it's a win. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it could be, yeah. I could play the game. Meowth blocker. Which word is blocker? Are you protected? Badoo gets haste and taunt. We give Badoo haste and taunt. That'd be sick. You can redirect the attack into Meowth if you want. Oh, that's kind of sick. Like a boss Clefairy and take 4 prizes? They could, yeah. That's what they want to do, you know, good for them. More power to them. And my hand sucks. Might be in trouble. A couple Crushing Hammerheads and an Unfair Stamp later, our whole board is just obliterated. So tragic. Ah, let's go. You're done, buddy. Pack it. Wait, do they actually just lose? Or they don't guaranteed lose. Cat's back. They actually can still win. Wait, actually, do I have the energy for this? Barely. This is always the play, right? I didn't like miss a better play by going for this play. Like this is always the best play.
Not over yet.
Could maybe lilies into patches. Wow. That would require me cheating, but you know what they say. You're not cheating, you're not trying. Sure, just another Crushing Hammerheads. Yeah, why not? Why not? Get 3 heads on all 3 crushing. You play 3 Crushing Hammers. You got 3. Oh, they play 4. They play 4. My bad, my bad, my bad. They actually fit the 4th one in there somehow. Palt Nor 4 Crushing Hammers. Gosh. He could have boss Clef and then wipe them out. Yeah, but then they just lose the boss. Actually, they wouldn't just lose the boss. Interesting. They would have lost the boss heads. Might have been the better play.
Maybe cooked.
Why are they taking energy off Clefairy? Well, I assume that means they're not KOing it. They're probably not going to give me a board space. I guess I did troll by benching the second Kangaskhan because now I can't Meowth or Meowth here and then have gone. Yeah, they're just like setting up for like some big bullshit. They can go for a 6. I I mean, this has to somehow lead to a win condition. I don't really know for sure, but... Come on now! Yeah, I should have left the bench space open, though, for sure. Imagine getting 3 crushing hammerheads and still losing. Should I BM them and just pass? No, I'm just gonna attack. I kind of want to pass. I kind of want to pass there. NAIC tier list. We'll probably do that too. Actually, we'll probably do like a turn recap plus NAIC there, because I'm not streaming for that long today. I'm only streaming till like 4 my time. So we'll do a NAIC tier list plus turn recap tomorrow. The bees? Oh, dude, I might be fucked. I mean, I'm kind of fucked because my hand sucks, but besides that, I also might be fucked. That's only 5 minutes from now, though? No, 4 p.m. my time. Not your time. Dude, how do you play this matchup? Did I prize Moltres? Or do we have Moltres? The fuck is this, man? I have the Pearl, so I feel like I should maybe get the Clefairy involved off the rip. I think I just have to hope they don't KO my Kangaskhan turn 2 as well. Like, I need a little something here, you know? I need a little help. No, I see a vision. I can see us putting this together. It's gonna be tough. It's definitely a bad matchup, but we have to get, if we get the Moltres involved, we get the Water Pond involved. A turn Jose only faced 6 Polts. Well, the thing is that, I mean, Trevenant deck is pretty good against a lot of other matchups as well. A lot of other, like, yeah, non-Polt stuff. Please don't kill my guys. They prize 2 Weedles? But how do we know that for sure? Wait, did they Buddy Poffin and like not get something there? Do we know the Weedles are prized for sure? Weedles down? Yikes. Pack it up. Wait, the bee has free retreat? No, it's 1 retreat. Dude, why doesn't this thing have free retreat, bro? You know what? They probably would have given it free retreat if they thought Polt Hammers was going to be a deck. They're probably like, yeah, fuck that. We're not going to let this deck lose to Polt Hammers. Why is the bee not mobile, though? Mobile ass. I feel like I should boss KO this Weedle. Like, replace the Stadium boss KO Weedle should be my play here. Try and take advantage of the situation. Because then they wouldn't even be able to kill my Clefairy, right? And I get more turns on my Clefairy, theoretically. But now this is kind of weird because my hand just kind of sucks. Dude, what is this hand? Or maybe I just punch. Maybe then I should have ciphered. Just cipher for like Water Pond Moltres. The thing I'm thinking is I don't want to give them a prize card here. Get a Weedle, right? So maybe it is just boss. Yeah, maybe it is like this. Boss the Peedle. Because giving them a prize card leads to a Weedle, theoretically, right? So I just want to like cut off the prize card out. Weedle. The Weedle killer I know I am. They also have no draw power on board, so they would literally need like they either need a Fez or draw into the recovery. Bodied Beedrill, you fool. Sure. Just out here playing the game like that. Whatever, man. So lucky. Into the Weedle. Yeah, okay. They're so lucky, man. Into the Force of Vitality. Into the Kakuna. Into the Beedrill. Into the KO. You can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. Been sacked. What the fuck? EDIF. I think go Moltres Punch plus set up the... Fuck. I definitely want to do this. Fuck, I just didn't draw anything. I'll just punch that in Water Pond. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Alright, so maybe it's like this. Hold up. Maybe it's like this. Water Pond. Please say Second Fire is in here. Okay, I'm not bodied. Didn't draw any Pokemon. No pokes. What do I have? 2 basic energy left in the deck at this point? So I can Crispin one more time? And then I have, what, 1 Wondrous Patch left? Alright, we're chilling. Weedle! Oh, brother, not the Weedle. We can definitely do some Prime Catcher bullshit this turn. I really don't want them to replace the stadium this turn, though, because I want to be able to get a second Kangaskhan down so I can bump this Kangaskhan out of play. But we're just not there yet. Cat? Oh, no, no, no. Not cat for boss. What did I do to you to deserve this? You rat. I'm just going to go for the Kangaskhan, right? All right. It's winnable. It's winnable. It's winnable. Wait, what happens if I sob their cat? I mean, here I could go KO Beedrill, KO Weedle. No, not like this. You sob the cat, you win? No, because I can't draw. I don't just win, though. I can't win by sobbing the cat. I have 5 prize cards. I kill the cat dies. The cat will die eventually, chat. I do 20. Sob does 20 damage. Will it? Could. No, there's no disruption on my side. It was either Boss B and then KO B Weedle. Kangaskhan? Or it's Moltres active. They did have to cat for boss. That means they probably don't have a boss in their hand. I could just Moltres the active. Has to be Moltres KO Prey, surely? No, it doesn't have to be that. It could also be Bring Up Cat. Dodge. Why is the B deck so broken, bro? I am just gonna go for the KO KO Weedle. Hope they don't have it.
Yep.
Weedle. Dude, this B deck is broken, man. How are the Bs beatable? Some unbelievable beetling. Are you going to sob the cat? I talked about it, yeah. But then I said why it doesn't work. Sobbing the cat doesn't lead to a win condition. It just leads to my opponent drawing cards for 9 turns and then having game. Is this slop box? It's pretty sloppy. Gamble angle. I think this is the correct play. Even if I went Moltres KO the Beedrill EX off the bench, I could still just lose this turn. Yeah. Oh, they also need the forest. I didn't even think about them needing the forest. Yeah, this play was definitely correct because they also need forest for sure. Yeah. No, this play was definitely correct. They need forest plus a Beedrill, and they got it, so that's fine. Yeah. Honestly, it was just them having the boss Kangaskhan play that was so bad for us. We'll also open the Chi and Power Chains. I could never get my Kangaskhan off the... I don't know. It was all bad.